Hey.
Hey.
How is everybody doing? Listen, if you are tuned in right now, which I see y'all in the building, I see y'all in the room, make sure that you share this live tonight because, baby, the tea is piping. Now, I ain't got my tea, but I do got my good San Pellegrino.
I should have had me something to drink.
And we're gonna get into this conversation. Okay, I see we got comments already. Let me see what's going
Yes.
on. Okay, I love it. So, somebody said, did we miss something? No, y'all ain't missing nothing. Come on in.
Yes, get in here.
Get in here. You ain't missed a thing, honey.
Yes, if you have tuned in, please take the time to share, or tag somebody that you know need to be in here.
Yes. You know, tonight, let me just say this. First of all, I guess for those who may not know us, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves, although we be thinking everybody know us, right? So I'll introduce myself. My name is Toni Ringgold. I am the CEO of Ringgold Enterprises LLC. Under Ringgold Enterprises LLC, we have Ringgold Academy of Arts, which is an academy geared towards voice lessons, piano lessons, all those types of things. I also have Space Create Academy, which is a Texas licensed after school program. And then I'm also the proud owner of Space Create Interactive Studios, which is your hub for creatives. We have recording studios, podcast studios, all types of things, events, you name it. If you're creative, you can come there. And we also offer multimedia services. We were also named Small Business of the Year by Innovation Black Chamber of Commerce. We have been voted best in Central Texas several times, or one of the best in Central Texas several times, and recipient of many other awards, been in Tex Appeal magazine and about a dozen other publications and about 15 or so different news stories. So we've been out here doing the thug thizzle. And then most recently, I have gotten into business coaching, and I'm also a grant writing strategist. Since September of 2022, I have been able to successfully obtain over $300,000 in grants for my business. And now I am taking this to help out everybody as well. We are not gatekeepers in these streets. And so we definitely want to continue to help build businesses. I help with business plans, things of that nature. So that's a little bit about me. On the personal side, I am a wife to a beautiful, sexy, chocolate husband that I lovingly refer to as Big Daddy. And I'm also a mother of three beautiful, amazing children, two boys, ages 16 and 14, and then an 11-year-old baby girl thinks she runs the house. And I can't forget about my dog Bougie. So that's a little bit about me.
Woo, that was right
I
there.
know that was a spill, wasn't it?
Yes, but I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So now about your girl Kyra. All right. So I am your girl Kyra. For those of you that don't know, I am the CEO of Kleanse, an award-winning credit counseling service out here in these credit streets. Your girl has had the pleasure of now helping 2,000, over 2,000 individuals become homeowners out here in these credit streets. I've also had the pleasure of helping 158 of my entrepreneurs, my bosses out here, reach six-figure status using OPM. That's other people's money, right? AKA the bank's dollars. I've also had the pleasure of helping 7 of those individuals achieve 7 figures, and one has actually reached 8 figures. Okay. So your girl doing a little something, something. And then I have also been featured on Text Appeal as well as other publications. I have been best in Central Texas for 3 years. I've also, and that's for notary, accountant, credit services, and financial services. Okay, your girl's the author in these streets as well. My book is on Amazon. It's called Stop Paying Their Mortgage and Pay Your Own. Of course, I know that is a long ass title, so therefore then Credit Cleanse, that's credit with a K, cleanse with the K, and that book will pull up. If home ownership is the goal, guys, go check that book out. I am a credit expert as well as a business credit strategist. Okay.
Yeah.
I help my people get these coins out here so they can truly get to winning in real life, not just
In real
for
life.
social media. All right. I'm also a proud mother of 4. I have 3 girls and 1 handsome boy. Okay. Whew, they they
I
there.
know. And you know what's crazy is, you start thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a realtor and a recording artist and a
Yes, yes.
like you be like, oh yeah, yeah. Listen, we
Right.
just put it like this.
We out
We
here,
in
we doing the
business.
dang
We out
thing,
here.
right? Oh, the best part, let me brag about myself. I have just closed on $1 million property. Won't. The first of many, okay? And then I've also been able to accumulate over $1 million in business credit alone. This does
Yes.
not include loans. This does not include lines of credit, just straight credit cards on the business side. So I think I know a little something.
I mean, maybe you have, do you? you know. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's get into this tea.
Let's get into the tea. So,
Thank y'all.
hey guys. Hey, beautiful. Be Marquita. How you doing? Hey, Tiffany. All right. Listen. Okay. So we are going to get into it now. Feel free, guys. This is interactive, and don't mind me. I'm trying to cover up a little bit because I'm at the house. My husband is taking the food out the oven, like y'all. I threw it in there, trying to get everything done. Anyway, let me just tell you how this came about. First of all, just leave it. It's okay.
Yeah.
First of all, me and Kyra, baby, don't worry about it because it's gonna fall again. I promise you. Just don't worry about it.
Her house is beautiful, so it don't
It
even
is
matter.
beautiful, y'all. We just moved in and it's gorgeous. We got a guest house in the back. I mean, pergola, all the things. It's gorgeous. But I was trying not to get my family having to go back and forth to the kitchen. Anyway, hence, let's just keep going. Yeah, but I just want to tell you, just move it. it it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, just move it. Y'all, this is my handsome husband. He helping me out. Y'all can see a little bit in my kitchen. Don't look too hard because we was in there cooking tonight. But anyway, I want to kind of real quickly go into how we met. Me and Kyra met before we became friends, before she became my business bae. We started off as her being my coach and me being her client. I saw her at an event. I immediately was intrigued and I loved her energy because it was genuine, right? And so we got connected um and I started working with both my personal and my business credit. And because of me working with her, it put me in position to be able to obtain those grants that I was talking to you about. And so our relationship is one that has could truly grown over the years. We are really, really close. This is actually one of my best friends, for real, for real.
In real life.
And we've been through some things together, and it's not just on no business. Like, this is a real sisterhood. And when I tell you, it has somebody said I love the real and raw anyway. It has been such a blessing and an honor to have you in my life. I want to let you know that publicly. You have shown me what true friendship looks like. You've shown me what sometimes when you meet people, you realize, dang, this is what I've been missing this whole time. And
Mhm.
so your contribution to my life, not only on the business side, but just in general, I just want to publicly thank you for that and acknowledge you for that. And so today we were having a conversation and we were talking about miracles. And we were talking about how people are always talking about they want to manifest, 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 right? Um, but they don't want to put in the work. Um, you want the blessing, but you don't realize that with that blessing, there's a lesson, there's a test,
Yes.
there's a series of tests, there tests. There are things that happen. There are times where you have to pivot, and there are times when you have to completely uh, even leave people alone. You may lose folks. You will lose people. I'm just gonna say that.
Yes.
You'll
Sometimes
lose
you on that road by
relationships.
yourself.
Yes. And we I was raised in the church, right? And so I use the Bible a lot, a whole lot in my life. I just apply it to my life. And I started talking, we were like, you know what? I realized that every miracle that Jesus performed, the person that had to receive the miracle, or the person that, or people that were trying to get the miracle on that person's behalf, had to do something.
Right.
Like the woman with the issue of the blood, she had to fight her way through the crowd. When
Mm.
when Lazarus was dead, his family had to go find Jesus and be like, "Hey, y'all come through. We need help." You know what I mean? And you think about all of these different miracles and things that have happened. Even when the man that was laying on the bed and his friends carried him into the area that Jesus was in. And I'm like, wow, if that principle is in the Bible, when you think about Jacob and how he wrestled with the angel, he fought for that. Like, he was like, I'm not letting go, you know.
Right.
And even the blessings, the gifts, David had to hide in caves because his gift was so big that Saul hated him for it, right? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not in here preaching, but what I'm trying to get you to see is that the practical application is this: if you want to manifest these things in your life and you want miracles in your life, it comes with work.
It do. It do. And
Yeah,
I just want to backdoor on that, guys. Like, literally, that's the I feel like why so many people aren't where they want to be is because you manifest it, you put it on the vision board, it looks good, it looks nice, and then what? What happens after that? What work are you putting in to make it happen? How many people out here, for instance, want to get grants, right? But
right,
what work are you doing toward it? You wrote one and you feel like you should get it, and that's it. How many people want to become homeowners, right? But what are you doing to work toward it? If your credit is trash right now, what steps are you making to make sure it's on point so that you can get into that home? You
right,
want your business to hit $1 million status. I'm gonna tell you this: it takes work. You need to
Yes.
build a team at that. Once you get to a certain point, what are you putting in place to make it happen? It's more than just saying, oh, this is what I want to happen, this is my goal, let me stick it on a vision board. There's work involved.
Yes. And if you're not and it also starts, it really begins with you. We talked about today, we were having a conversation about routines and about the things that we
Yes.
do to get us to where we need to be. You know, my husband, he's like, okay, baby, I go in the morning, I put my positive affirmation music on, I put my gospel music on, I'll get on my knees and I'll start praying. And now I see my husband, he's joining in with me. He's like, oh, you
Mm,
praying? Come on, let's pray together. And the other night, it brings tears to my eyes, really. But the other night, he didn't even realize that I heard him. But he was laying in the bed and he was just praying and thanking God. And I'm like, okay, okay, husband, I see you. You know what I mean? And it's like, when you start your day off right, and you begin the day with, like you said, we were talking about earlier, gratitude,
yep.
and then, first off, can you just say thank you for waking up? Can we just start there?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Instead of, before we get in on the, can you give me, can I need, can we just start off with thank you. And whoever it is that you pray, whoever it is that you pray to, I'm not here to judge anybody. I know
Right.
not to. And honestly, my life is so much better when I don't do it, right? So when you don't do it, what happens, Kai?
I just feel icky. And
Mhm.
like we was discussing today, I don't mind sharing with everybody. So one thing about it is, when I get up, I say whatever, everything that I'm grateful and thankful for, right? Then I also be like, thank you for, and I actually insert whatever it is I'm trying to make happen. I act as if
Yeah.
it's already
Speaking,
happened.
yes.
Yes. And but not only that, guess what I also do? I pray for my tribe. I'm grateful and thankful for them. And Toni, we was talking about that today, and she was like, "Wait, you pray for me, friend?" I was like, "Yes, because as I level up, I want everybody that's connected to me to level up as well."
Yeah.
It means
And
nothing to be at the top and everybody else is down here. We gonna all, so she be talking to me about certain things, that goals she trying to accomplish. I make a mission of making that part of my prayer in the morning when I wake up.
you see what I'm saying? Like, I got a friend that actually pray for me. And it's funny because I pray for you too, right? But I never really had anybody say to me, I'm praying for you. I'm always the one that's give, give, giving. And so it's so beautiful to have those relationships that are reciprocal. And I think, kind of going back to the gratitude, the gratefulness, you do realize that where you are now is a place that you prayed to be in.
That's
If
true.
we take a step back and we just think, right? And that's why it's so important to practice gratitude, because I look at my life now and I'm like, man, I pray for all of this. So let
Hmm.
me not be I don't want to ever get so distracted that I'm so focused on the next move, the next move, the next move, that I forget to thank you.
Where I was today.
Huh?
Where I was today. And I'm transparent. I keep it 100. And that is a place where I was today. I was like, you know what? Things used to get to me where I was excited. And now I'm like, yes, I closed on $1 million property, but it's still not my dream home. So I still gotta, reach higher. And Toni was telling me, she was like, wait a minute, but 10 years ago, wouldn't you have been excited about that? And I started thinking, and I was like, yeah. She was like, didn't you just get your mom a whole vehicle and paid it all, like right then and there? And I'm like, you right. So sometimes you need somebody in your corner to be like, hey, hold on,
Let's come back.
come back.
Yeah, because we get in our head. And then, social media don't help.
It
because
don't.
sometimes you're looking at stuff and you're looking at the next person. And one thing that you got to remember about social media is, baby, they posting the best of what they got, just like you are. Okay, they not gonna tell you about their argument they had with their husband. They're not gonna tell you about the fact that their lights about to get cut off, or that they
Hmm.
really don't want to be in this vehicle that they paying $1,000 a month for. I mean, they're not gonna tell you that stuff. So when you look at things, you're thinking, oh, everything is great, it's wonderful, woo, 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 and it's not. And so the importance of the gratitude and that getting up in the morning and praying is so that you can remain centered and grounded in not only the everything around you, but who you are. So, like, if all of this stuff was to go away tomorrow, and I think I've told you this before, Kyra, if you weren't the CEO of Credit Kleanse, if you didn't have all these millions flowing through, if you didn't have, I would love you just for you. And I
Right.
think that it's important for us to love ourselves just for ourselves. Don't get caught up in the accolades and the accomplishments, because when you do, the moment that things dry up or the moment that something happens, we find ourselves questioning, and then
Right.
it's never good enough. We have
Right.
to remain balanced. I like that. Somebody said balanced. Yes, we have to
Yes.
remain balanced. So, how do we manifest? This is really good. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, hey.
Hey. And so, how do we remain balanced?
Right.
How do we manifest? Cause see, I thought about it, Kai. I was like, dang, in a year, I literally slid into my husband's DM and said,
Hmm.
"Hey, husband, I'm your wife." I literally wrote down in my journal, I would never be in a position for somebody to pull the rug from under me again. Next property I get for my business is going to be my own. I bought not one, not two, but three properties. I've
Hmm.
been manifesting having everything that's been happening, the home that I'm in, all of these things, people that I have in my life. I manifested you. And I'm like, okay, so it's not a big secret.
Right.
They got that book called The Secret, right?
Right.
It's a good book. Don't get it twisted. It's really good. Right? It's really good. But it's not a special sauce. I'm no better than anybody else watching this live. I'm human just like anybody else.
Yes.
So
We go through things just like everybody else, if not more.
listen. And I mean, and it be like the attacks be coming and it be trying to knock you out. But I find that as I grow in who I am and who God has created me to be, a lot of things that were able to knock me off haven't been able to get me. I'm like, oh, okay. So now when I see it, I could kind of, oh, okay, I
Yep.
see that coming. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But how do we manifest? Um, Kyle, I want you to take the floor on that. What are some of the things that you use when you are speaking into existence, going to your next level? What are some of the techniques that you use?
Okay. So, like I was saying in the beginning, I wake up and that's the first thing, is to be thankful, but also, like I said, I speak it already into existence, what I want to
Mhm,
happen.
mhm.
Before I had my first 6-figure month or anything like that, I used to get up and act like I would write a check to myself. And I'll be like, yes, I'm finna cash this. I would actually go to the bank. Guys, this is when I was just taking $20 out. And I would, yes, when I received it, I would still act as if I'm like, okay, I just took out 1 million today. Like, I was,
Yes.
so I already put it, not only did I put it on a vision board, not only did I just say it was going to happen, I acted as if it already had happened.
Already was there.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think that's the biggest thing.
I'm gonna tell you on the flip side of things, right? So we talk about all the positive things that we want to happen, but we must understand and deal with the negativity.
Mm,
First of all, you are the sum of the five people that you spend the most time with.
facts.
So if you're around people that are naysayers, they're unbelievers, when you talk to them about your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, they kind of like Oh, okay. Or when you have really good news, they're not really that happy for you. They kind of must be nice, do those kind of little haterish type things. It's nothing wrong with life. Let me tell you something about how God works. And I can only speak for this for my life, but I've heard a few people, several people actually say this. God will not bless you to your next level until you get rid of those things that will bring you down.
Yes.
I'm talking about people, I'm talking about habits, inside work. Sometimes you have to be pruned. Like when you think about a bush or a rose bush, right? Those things have to be pruned and cut away for the bloom. You got to be pruned to bloom, baby. So when you have those negative things around you, you find yourself in cycles. Have you ever found yourself in a cycle? It's like you get to a certain point, and
And
then
then it just, yes.
it's like, and it's like it's a merry-go-round, a bull, and you're like, what in the world? How? Why can't I get off of this? There's something in someone, situations, and most importantly, you that you got to work on, character things in order to get to that next level.
And I'm going to say something that a lot of y'all probably don't want to hear. Y'all might even get off after this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Seriously, sometimes that person is the person you lay beside every night, but y'all don't want to hear that. And this is coming from a person that I was like, hell no, that ain't the case. That ain't it. Guys, my first 6-figure month happened after the separation.
Bloop, bloop.
And it seems like things just happen. That person is not, I'm not saying he's a bad guy because he's not. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying for me, that was a blockage for us. We didn't have the same goals at the end of the day.
Your alignment is everything. You know how you have a vehicle? I always get practical. I get practical applications, right? So in a vehicle, and if you need an alignment in your vehicle, no matter how much you want to drive straight, it's gonna always veer. You ain't gonna never be able to get it together, right? Because you're out of alignment. How can
Yes.
you grow when you're constantly moving from side to side when you're supposed to be moving forward, right? So it's important to be aligned with the right people. Understand this, that those changes that may happen may not even necessarily be negative. Like you don't have
Mm-mm.
to have a catastrophic issue. Sometimes people are just seasonal,
Right.
and you just gotta let it be what it is. And then sometimes we be disobedient and we be trying to
Over and over
solve it
again.
when
Right.
we're never meant to be there.
That's when God sometimes like, oh, I didn't try to tell you over and over again. Now let me do something real big and put it in your face. What you gonna do after this?
What you gonna do? You gonna keep doing this? Because I'm trying to bless you.
Right.
Girl, I know. I tell my husband cracking up. I said, I know them angels be pissed off at me when I be driving, texting. Put your phone down. Jesus, I can't take it no more. Like I know, I know they be mad at me. Cause listen, it's so many times I just, I know and I got on their nerves. Just hard headed and just stubborn. But honestly, you have to at some point take a real assessment of who, what, and when and where around you. And then I'm gonna say something that
Uh-oh.
might make some people mad and might make them go off, get off. Sometimes the issue is you.
Mm, mm. Me? It can't be.
Sometimes you be the problem.
That is very true.
Mhm. You operating in the spirit of rejection. Everybody out to get you. Operating in the spirit of offense. Oh my goodness. They said this. They didn't call me back. They looked at this certain way. They didn't
Playing
like my
victim.
post. Oh, ain't nobody liking my post. That's because the
Yes.
algorithms are off. Okay? Everybody is
Or
dealing with it.
or it's just the fact that the people that's around you just really don't F with you. Okay?
No. But sometimes it be us.
It do.
I'm telling you from experience. Sometimes it be us,
True.
and we got to change our stinking thinking. We have to quit thinking that the world owes us something, walking around with a chip on our shoulder, reliving trauma every day. Oh, I remember when I went through, I told myself this. I said, you know what? I'm going to quit bringing up the past and what other people have done to me. Because I
Mm.
got a beautiful, wonderful, amazing husband that loves my dirty draws. And I
Mm.
have beautiful children and I have a beautiful life. Why do I have to keep bringing this up? Why am I reliving this stuff? Why am I
Right.
keep talking about this stuff? This stuff I'm healed from. This is stuff I've overcome, right? But as soon as something comes up that gives us a little bit of a feeling or a thought, baby, we back to square one. We back to putting
Yes.
our boots up, ready to whoop somebody's tail. It's you.
Yep.
You gotta get free.
Mm. Mm. Are y'all still with us? Y'all still with us?
Somebody said, somebody said if they get mad at that, then they not ready. Oh my goodness. And that is the real sugar honey iced
Ice
tea.
tea.
We have to stop revisiting old trauma. You
Right.
know that every time you start talking about that stuff and you keep going over it and over and over again, you do realize that you're just remanifesting that back into your life, right?
True. Very true.
Okay, even if
Oh,
it
I'm glad
go
you
ahead.
said that though, because that also goes with when you are manifesting and one moment you on a high, so you like this is gonna happen, and then you got all these thoughts in your head, right? This is not gonna happen. You don't deserve it. Boo, 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 boo. Like your subconscious is way more powerful than what you put out there to the world. Basically, that's like you just out here fooling people. All
Yes,
right. So
yes,
every time you do get those thoughts, and I'm not telling you that it's not going to come, it still comes to me. I'll be
yes.
like, okay, maybe this
All the
ain't supposed to,
time.
yes.
Yes.
But every time you have one of those thoughts, pretend that it's going to happen.
Scientifically, when we experience trauma, trauma actually rearranges our brain. It's
Mm-hmm.
neuroplasticity, right? And there's a part right in the middle of your head that when something reminds you of something you've been through, it's almost like a red flag, fight or flight reaction
Yes.
that you have. It could be a smell, it could be a certain mannerism a person has, it could be a certain way that they talk to you or a certain experience that you have that'll bring something up and it will trigger you. And I'm not discounting that at all. But what I want you to understand is that you got to understand the difference between the trigger and the truth. Okay?
Yes.
Because there's two big differences. Yes, something may trigger you, right? But are they truly trying to hurt you? Are they truly trying to do this to, or is it that you feel something on the inside of you that reminds you of something, and now you ready to fight? Because you got to fight a fight. I'm a fight girl. Okay, but anyway,
Not me, right? I'm to the point now where my finger, it be clicking digits on my phone to click 911 because I ain't got time for this.
now wait a minute. I ain't talking about physical fight, because baby, when I need to set up, who's out here? I go, we are in our 30s. Now I'm calling the authorities. That's
Yeah,
not what I mean. I mean literally like combative.
tell me what you want.
Girl, the fight, fight. Baby, listen, I'm trying to get AAA and AARP. Ain't nobody gonna be out here. Girl, what I look like? Baby, listen, no, we ain't
Just
physical fight. Look, that would have to be a life or death situation. Like I would have to protect myself. Ain't nobody. Look, but B. Marquina say I'm calling them folk. I'm calling them. Ain't it's what fight? Girl.
now I'm on the news and y'all talking about, ooh, did y'all
Yeah,
see
my mug shot. No, we're not doing none of that.
all my accolades?
Fight. Girl, you know everybody pull out a camera these days.
Right.
Yeah, you be out there, you out here at look, and you know we ain't gonna be, you know we're gonna be a little slow. And don't fall, cause you know you try to get back. Girl, listen, let me tell you
For
something.
real.
I wish I girl, and you know we be wearing a good wig, girl. Wig gonna fly. What? Right. Like
Right.
I don't even put myself in them type of situations. Like I don't even that I don't even be in the girl. No.
Back on task.
Y'all know. Listen, Kyra laughs at me daily.
Yes.
But listen, girl, I be so sick of them fight videos with them old people up there fighting and stuff. Girl, that
No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm calling.
calling the people.
Yes, and I'm screaming too and saying help. Like
Listen, and I'm gonna put on my best. I'm gonna put on my best voice. Hello, I'm at 123 Main Street, and there's some.
sex.
Okay,
Go back on task, guys.
now
Like
that we established
seriously,
that,
if you manifested your future, you cannot keep doing the things that's causing it not to come true.
yes,
Period.
yes. What I would suggest that you do is, I have, Lord, I don't even know how many journals I have at this point,
For
but I
real.
love this one because it says, "I can and I will watch me."
Hmm.
And
Oh,
in this journal, and you can get this at Target,
this mine.
they have some left. I love it. And in this journal, I just write down my wildest dreams. That's
Yes.
all this one is for. This don't have no to-do lists on it. It doesn't have any, and I get very detailed with these
Yes.
things. I don't just say, oh, I want a really nice car. Like, no, I talk about the type of vehicle, the what, how, what
When you
exactly what I want
enter
to
it,
do interior. Like,
right, when you get in, what it would smell like.
yes. And I start to write down these wildest dreams. What I realize is, even when I was moving into my new home, I realized I look back at some of my older notebooks, and some of my wildest dreams are are here now. One of
Mm.
my wildest dreams was to own a recording studio. It's here now. One of my wildest dreams was to have an after school program. It's here now. So it's important for you to write down first. You got to dream it, right?
Yes.
You've got to put it in your mind, and you've got to give yourself permission to dream. Because when you go through a lot in life and you've experienced certain things, and especially those of us who didn't grow up with much and we've experienced poverty, we've operated so much in a survival instinct or survival mode that it's often hard for us to think bigger than where we are.
Yes. Very true.
And so this gives you permission to do that. And so I would say start there. Um, Kyra, I'm gonna let you take over from there, and then I'll add back.
Okay. So yes, definitely start there. Like I said, when you are like Tony was saying earlier, like you need to know the smell. You need to like every part of that goal. Guys, when I closed on the home that I did, like it was like I was walking into like a dream at that time. Honestly, I was like, this is it. And it was funny because I let the kids choose
Yes.
and they wanted that too. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked in, the smell of it, it had all the things that I wanted in the home. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was it, right? And for me to be brought back to reality is like, you know what? At one point, that was my dream home.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm around people that it's a mini mansion compared to the people that I'm around, I can't knock that was my dream.
And and sometimes we want to move so fast into our next level that we don't give ourselves proper time to prepare for that next level.
Yes.
And you want to do things prematurely when it's levels to this, right?
Yes.
And so I had to teach myself that, because I be wanting everything right in on right. No. Same thing with my home. I love, when I tell you I love my home, it is so, it's perfect. It's exactly what I need. It's exactly what I wanted. It's more than what I wanted. And
Mm.
Kyra, she knows. When we were house hunting, right? We had found a home. And when we went to it initially, I was like, okay, it's cute. The kids liked it because it was two-story and all of the things. And I was like, okay, it's a step up from where we were, right? And I'm like, it's a little bit more room. But there was something in me that just was like, you remember, Kai? I was like, I just, and I kept telling my husband, and my husband, he was ready to go. Like, he
Yep.
was like, look, you're gonna make a choice, you're gonna make it now. And I'm like, I just don't think this is the one, babe. I said, I can't, it's something in me that won't, I can't get peace on this thing. And I told him, I said, I just need you to trust me. He was like, okay. He trusted me. And when we found this house, I said, you see now? He was like, I see.
Yep.
So if it don't feel right, y'all, that's the one thing I do want to say. If it don't feel right, if you can't, if it's something in your gut that
Yes.
just shut that tells you that you don't need to do it, don't do it. I don't care
Right.
who's around you trying to make you do it, tell you this.
Yes.
It might even seem logical to do it. It may even make sense to do it. But if you don't feel it on the inside, if you don't have a peace about that thing when you lay down, don't do it. That's
Facts.
right. Hashtag discernment.
Discernment.
Yes.
Yes. Now, one thing I also want to say real quick though, guys, we're telling you what to write, what to do all, but you have to make sure you also put in the work. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Behind that. How are you going to make it happen? Okay? Like I can literally tell you to, okay, yes, put your dream house, put your whatever it is, the goals that you're trying to accomplish, put them down. But it's more than just speaking it, it's more than just feeling it, it's more than just, okay, I'm gonna act like it already happened, blah, say, blah. If you not putting in the work, because you can do all that, and then guess what? You still ain't fixed your finances.
Oh, okay.
You still hanging around the people that's gonna want like keep you down to this level or
Oh,
have you
all
in
right.
jail somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You doing all the wrong stuff and you think that's supposed to happen? It's not going to.
In order to get to a new level, you got to do something different.
Facts.
You're not
It's
going
a
to be able to
different version
continue
of
to,
you.
yeah, you're not going to be able to continue to do things the same way if you're trying to grow. When you cultivate a plant and you are getting and you're planting a garden, there are certain seeds that have to be planted in certain seasons.
Yep.
There's certain ways you have to water and tend to the garden. You can't do it the same exact way and expect the same results. There are going to be some things that you're going to have to nurture and
Mm.
you're going to have to really tend to in order for you to get to your next level.
So is that what they mean by you acting brand new?
Yes, it is. And it is. You changed, of
You
course.
changed.
When people say that you changed, but of course.
I'm evolving every day.
And you haven't changed? That's my question. You haven't? Oh, so you doing the same stuff that you did in 2017?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I talk to you later.
I'm gonna head out. Of course I've changed. Of course things have happened. Now, at the core of who I am I still genuine? Absolutely. Do I still operate in integrity? Absolutely. Do I still
Absolutely.
love hard? Sure do. Am I still stubborn? Mm-hmm. All of those things, yes. I'm still that person. But no, I cannot stay on the phone with you all night long because I gotta get up in the morning because I gotta manifest.
Mm-hmm.
I have a team now. I can't be out here playing. I got to make sure that they got their payroll.
Right.
I'm out here trying to build businesses. I'm out here loving on a husband. Okay. No, sis, I'm sorry.
Right.
I ain't gonna be able to make it this time. But I love you. I need you to respect. And that's one thing I will say about Kyra Ann. I give her middle name Ann. But Kyra Ann is that no matter where we are, we're in two different places in our lives personally right now. When I met Kai, she was married and I was single. Now she's single and mingling. No, I'm just playing. Um,
Do
yeah,
not.
she ain't mingling. She ain't mingling. Don't get in her inbox. Relax. Okay. But, and I'm married, but it has never shifted the dynamic of our relationship.
Facts.
Like, we still good girls. Like, we good friends. We travel together, we spend time together, we speak as often as we possibly can. And then we understand if we can't speak that life is
Right.
lifing for both of us. And so you have to have people in your life that can grow with you as you grow. Yes, somebody said locked in. Yes, locked
Yes.
in.
Yes.
Yes. Um, so manifesting. Let's wrap this thing up.
All right.
You know, because we've been on here for a good little minute, about 4 5 minutes. I'm here about it. Manifestation, but if you want to manifest those miracles, you have to be willing to do the work. And here's the thing about the work is this: it requires discipline. It
Consistency.
consistency. Woo! Did she say consistent? Huh? Oh, let me tell you about that consistency. See, me and consistency, we been friends for a long time. I couldn't stand consistency. Consistency talk too much. Consistency was always around. Just keep coming around. Like, you just consistently consistent. You know what I mean? Consistency, that is probably the biggest thing that you, if you can ever get that, baby, listen. It, there's a couple of books that actually talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm going to recommend a few books for you to listen to or read. I personally love pages, but the way that my life is set up, I can't always get the book and read it, but I can
Right.
listen. Um, there's a couple of books, and I'm trying to think of the one in particular that really kind of talks about that. Um,
Is that in the E-Myth?
I Yeah, but the one that I'm thinking about, hold on. Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Yes. Yep.
Atomic Habits by James Clear will change your life
That's
because
another.
it talks about if you just change 1% of something every day, it can literally change the entire trajectory of your life. If you've listened
Hmm.
or read this book before, I suggest you read it again. If you can just implement those small changes, don't think that you got to do everything all at once because it's not going to happen all at once.
Facts.
But everything starts off with one step, two steps, three steps, four, and then it's a compound effect,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it begins to, then you start seeing these things happen that you didn't even imagine could happen. So consistency is huge. Also, um, one thing that I definitely would say is education.
I'm gonna
You've got
say
to, knowledge is power. When you think about Solomon, who was probably the richest man in the Bible, he didn't chase dollars, he chased knowledge, he chased wisdom. Wisdom and knowledge will take you to levels you wouldn't even, I mean,
I'm gonna
can't
piggyback
even
that.
imagine. Educate yourself. For the past, since the end of August, I have been living out of suitcase. Okay.
Yes.
In what, 2 weeks since we've been back since from Accelerate? I
Mm-hmm.
have, I don't even know how many folds I can say by applying just a piece of the knowledge to my business, the exponential increase.
Yeah, because that was a serious increase. So
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, crazy increase
yeah,
by getting the education, applying it, being consistent with the application. And this is just the beginning.
facts.
So, that consistency, the education and knowledge. Remember, you always are a student. If you think that
That
you
you
have arrived, baby, well, just prepare to stay at that level for the rest of your life, because there's always more to learn. There's always more to grow. Like, there's so much more to know, right? Um, what else do you think you want to add to that, Kai?
so we got the consistency down. We got the knowledge on for the most.
Investing.
Oh, this is what I was gonna say real quick. Hold on, on the vesting. Okay, so honestly, when it comes to everything else, y'all have to be willing to give back. Bless others. I'm telling you, a lot of people have their hand out. Guess
Hmm.
what? When I met my coach and she is over 100K, okay? The first time I saw her, guess what I did? Is there any way that I can help you? How can I help you? I seen her putting on the event. How can I help you? I didn't have my hand out trying to get knowledge from her, asking her to go to lunch just so I can
Pick
get
her
all the
brain.
yes, like come on, pick your brain and all this other. No, I just like how, and she was like, "Wait, what?"
I bet that threw her all the way off.
So do
Giving
the
back.
same thing, give him back.
Yes.
Y'all, I stay at the homeless shelters. I
Yes.
do not even put it on my Facebook. I did sometimes. I have given them jobs. Some of them work in Credit Cleanse, which y'all don't know. Some of them are no longer homeless. They are actually got a home of
A
their
real one.
own, not renting or anything like that. Guess
Awesome.
what? That's nobody else's business.
Yes.
I'm constantly giving. Tony's constantly giving. That's one that's one thing. So you have to be willing to give, not just get. And that means more than just your circle.
Yes. Yes. And you have to be willing. Yeah. So, and then on top of that, you got to be willing to invest in yourself,
Yourself.
and you got to be willing to invest in your vision.
Yes.
What you put into something is what you're going to get back. When people come to me and Kyra and they ask us our prices, and we tell them, sometimes people are like, "Ooh, really?" So $5.97 for a one-on-one with me, where I'm gonna sit here and give you all the sauce on what you need. Not only am I gonna just talk to you about the grants, I'm gonna show you what you need to do in your business to be structured properly, to be in position to receive. I'm gonna tell you how to write the grant. I'm gonna show you where to find the grants, and then what to do after you apply. And then we're talking about, and you can't even count the amount of money and things that you will be able to get after you've getting this information if you apply it.
Hmm.
And you want to trip on 597?
And you can do it over and over again. Did you say what? What's the problem?
Okay.
Are the
And when
same
I'm done,
here.
I'm like, well, all right. And then there are people that come in and they're like, I need that information. And they pay it before I can even say it. I'm like, well, I mean, whatever it is, here, hand it here. And then they take that information. I got people right now calling me. I just got, listen, the testimonials will come out. I got some stuff to tell you, tell you, Kyle. But there's some testimonials that'll be coming really, really soon. of people that taken it and have applied it and are already getting results, right?
Mm, mm.
Kyra has helped so many people, including myself. But you've got to be willing to invest in yourself, not just money, but time, effort. You've got to be willing to go the extra mile. You got to be willing to get up a little bit early and go to sleep a little bit late. You got
Yep.
to be willing to sit up all night and write down and go on YouTube University if you don't understand something. Go enroll for a class. Go get some coaching. Pay a coach to help you with things.
But I'm gonna say this real quick. Yes, you can Google and you can YouTube all day, but it's some steps in there that they not telling y'all. All right. And that's what I have to tell my members all the time. Yes, they telling you to go apply here, but are they telling you how your profile needs to be set up? No.
Mm.
Are you having anybody that just learned credit the other day take off your student loans and you didn't understand that with your student loans on there, that also meant that now you are able to get 5 digits in credit versus getting these 9,000 and 10,000. You could be getting 25,000, 30,000, but you didn't know that. So you had anybody out here just taking your stuff off, or you was on YouTube University and you was just like, let me get it deleted off my credit report. It's holding me back when really it was helping you. But these are the things that nobody want to talk about because y'all don't want to take the time to pay for that knowledge. Y'all want to try to do it yourself, or you find somebody that can do it for $2 and think you're doing something.
Catch
And it's
that tea.
right. It's one thing to
Catch
have good
that
credit.
tea.
It's one
Boy,
thing when you know how to use it. Toni, what do we do with our flight?
girl, we're not, you hear me? We're not even gonna go there. And then when you have a really good coach like us, because we're great coaches, we're going to not only give you the information you need, we're gonna give you real life experiences. We trying to avoid you making some of the mistakes we
Mistakes
made.
that we made. Heck yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to
Woo.
keep listen. I'm trying to help you for real. You know, people be out here and they be taking your money, and I get it. You got trust issues, past business trauma. I understand,
Thank you, AK.
but we out here trying to help you for real. And when you find people who are willing to invest their time, because see, let's be clear, we could be out getting our own grants, doing our own stuff, building our own companies, but we want to see everybody win. Literally, it's in my song. There's enough sun in the sky for everyone to shine. And we also understand by doing this not only is a blessing for you all, but it's a blessing for us. It's a
Facts.
labor of love. And so investing in yourself is important as well.
It is.
Um,
Not my
yeah,
last.
please, like, come on, y'all,
No,
let's do better.
seriously. One thing about it, guys, if y'all take anything from this, my thing is, yes, manifest, right? But you gotta put in the work too. All right. It's just
Mhm.
not going to just come. It involves, and when I say it's heartache, it's gonna be heartache in there. You're gonna have tears some of the time. Like,
It's
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna
scary
sit,
too.
yes, I'm not gonna sit
Sometimes you're
here
gonna be like,
and lie to y'all and say, oh, it just happened overnight.
mm,
No, it didn't. It looks like that to y'all, but it didn't. I done lost so many friends, and some of the times I even questioned,
mhm,
like, do I keep going or do I stop because I'm losing everybody around me?
mhm,
And these are the people that I really love. This is the people that I really cared about.
mhm.
I thought it was forever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But then it was this part of me like, no, you keep going.
And he'll
It's better
replace,
out there.
and
Yeah.
and, and those people will be replaced with people that really do love you. When
Yes.
you get friends and you get people in your life that you like, dang, where you been all my life?
Yep.
You know, and I can honestly say that I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the most at peace
Mm.
than I've ever been. And it doesn't mean that stuff ain't going crazy around me. It
Around.
don't mean that I certain relationships, things, I'm like, okay, well, that's what this is. Okay. But in my core, I'm good.
Right.
And that is not a place that I can say that I had ever really been in or dwelled in. You have those moments, but I'm talking about like literally dwelling in that place.
For me,
So
I
I'm
think
grateful.
this is the craziest life that's ever been. And I'm saying that in a good way, though. Like, as far as my health, guys, the weight is finally coming off and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So it's great, here. But as far as I do have a lot, those that have been on my page, y'all know, like, my mom is my best friend and it's a lot going on with her. But at the end of the day, that could have been every excuse or every reason for me to be like, you know what, Credit Kleanse shut down.
Mhm.
You know what, I'm just going to focus on myself or anything like that. But I understand it's bigger than me.
Yep. And so with that note, we're gonna end it with you guys tonight. We're gonna be doing more things, and just so you know, as you see our beautiful faces sitting next to each other,
Mm, mm. Oh, we got something in store for you.
we got some things in store. And Kyra,
Thank you.
you're my Shira.
You mine. You are definitely mine.
So, guys, if you are looking to level up on that good credit, hmm, that business and that personnel, text level up to 254-274-2766.
All
Or
right.
you will, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so if you text this line, guys, I do free tips. I give plays. So any type of funding strategies that I learn or that I've done myself, guys, that's where I implement it too. So if you want to be a part of that group, I definitely let y'all know about new banks, everything, how to get 10,000, 20,000, just whatever it is. That's where the level up. I also let y'all know about trainings I have going on, all of that good stuff. That's what level up is. It's free, guys. All you have to do is a text community to get in. Yes. And I literally give it to you, right? The only thing is, like I said, work is included. So you can
Yes,
take the sauce and you can do nothing with it, or you can take it and apply it. And if you aren't able to get approved, reach out. Reach out to me. Let's look at your profile. Let's see what's going on, because just because you're in 700s does not mean your profile is set up right. So that might be the reason that you're getting denied. I want to see you
wow.
win, but hey, you got to help me.
All
All right.
right, guys. And you know what? Actually, I'm about to switch that. Let me
Okay.
switch that. I actually want you guys to text this one, grants, because there's some information that I have that as soon as you text that and you reply back, follow the steps, you're going to get immediately a YouTube video that's going to tell you 5 ways to write a winning grant proposal.
Mm,
So those who are really interested in learning about grants and you want to get into writing that, that is something for the free 99, some
mm.
very, very, very valuable information. And I want you guys to make sure that you text grants to that. Also, with this text community, you will be finding out about different things we have going on, um, workshops, classes, coachings. I also have a bomb, bomb group here on Facebook called Biz Bites.
Yes,
That's
yes.
Biz Bites with Toni Ringgold-Steele, and that's B. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it in here. It's Biz.
Bites with Tony.
And that one is it's a completely free group. We drop a lot of knowledge in there. I go live. We're very active in there. We give information because honestly, information is free. The hustle is so separate.
Sold separately.
So we're gonna give you the information, but are you going to apply it is the biggest thing. So make sure that when you get that good old info, that you apply it to your life and take it baby steps. You don't have to do everything at once. Just do it consistently. All right, we getting out of here. But I want you guys again. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and
Yes.
you'll be hearing from us real soon. We gonna
Very soon.
yeah.
Y'all, okay. I want to drop just a little. Not, I'm not gonna tell them, but I just want to say this. It is something Central Texas has never, ever seen. Okay, so this is going to be amazing. This is going. I'm just ready for it. I'm just ready for
Ooh.
it. And let me say this off top. So when it do happen, guys, it's gonna be some ratchetness. It's gonna be all of that in one. Okay, you're gonna get educated, but it's gonna be some ratchetness.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm getting on off of here.
Yes, yes. Good night.
Good night. Oh, she said, what was the number again, Toni? Okay, hold on. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It is 83. It's you're gonna text grants
To
to 833-591, and I'm putting this in the comments. 833-591.
When do I need to?
30.
Oh, you're gonna have plenty of time. So for all my members that are out of state, guys, you got plenty of time that y'all are gonna be able to fly on in.
Oh yes. All right. We'll see y'all later. Good night.
Good night.